Things that grow. Where do plants live? Plants live everywhere. They grow in towns and cities, in the countryside, in streams, lakes and rivers, and by the sea. Some plants can live where we cannot. Cacti survive in hot, dry deserts. And some tiny flowering plants live at the top of freezing cold mountains. How many kinds of plants are there? There are around 400,000 different kinds of plants. They come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, from tiny lichens that grow on rocks, beautiful flowers, and towering trees that reach toward the sky. What is a plant? A plant is a living thing, just like you. Like all living things, plants grow, breathe, feed, and make babies. Unlike animals, green plants can use their leaves, roots, stems, and flowers to make the food they need to grow. Mushrooms and other fungi aren't plants because they don't need sunlight to grow. Why do plants have roots? A plant needs roots to hold it in the soil so that it doesn't blow over in the wind. Tall trees need longer, stronger roots than small flowering plants. Roots also suck up water from the soil and carry it up the trunk or stem to the rest of the plant. What do plants need to grow? Plants need sunlight, water, air, and space to grow. Most plants will die if they are left in the dark or uprooted from damp soil. Why do plants have leaves? Because leaves work hard, making food for the plant to grow. Green leaves contain a green coloring called chlorophyll. The chlorophyll uses sunlight and a gas from the air, called carbon dioxide, to change water into a kind of sugar. The sugar feeds the plant. This way of making food is called photosynthesis. Why do some leaves change color in the fall? Green leaves change color when their green coloring or chlorophyll breaks down. Other colors then show through and the leaves look brown, red, or yellowy gold. Why do plants have stems? Stems grow toward the sunlight. Excuse me. Stems grow toward the sunlight and support the plant's leaves so that they can make food. Stems also carry water, minerals, and sugary food called sap around the plant. Some plants have straight stems and others are curly. Why do trees lose their leaves? Some trees lose their leaves in the wintertime when there is less sunlight and water freezes in the ground. These trees, called deciduous trees, rest during the winter. They store enough food during the summer to keep themselves alive until the following spring when new leaves grow. What are growing rings? A growing ring is added to a tree's trunk every year. The ring is thick if the tree has grown a lot during a warm, long summer with plenty of rain, and thin if the tree has not grown much because the weather has been harsh. Do all trees lose their leaves? No. Some trees keep their leaves all year. They are called evergreens because they are always or forever green. They include spruces and pine trees. Why do plants have flowers? Most plants have colorful flowers to attract birds, bats, and lots of different kinds of insects, such as beetles, butterflies, and bees. These animals help the plants make seeds to grow new plants. Why do flowers smell? Sweet-smelling flowers help to attract animals. This scent tells insects and other animals that the flower contains a sweet, sugary juice called nectar, which the animals like to drink. How are seeds made? Flowers have male parts called stamens and female parts called carpels. The stamens make tiny grains of pollen. The carpels contain eggs called ovules. Seeds are made when the pollen reaches the ovules. This is called pollination. How do insects help flowers? Insects help to pollinate flowers by carrying pollen from the carpels of one flower to the ovules of another. When a bee feeds on the sweet nectar of a flower, pollen sticks to the bee's furry body. The pollen brushes off onto the next flower visited by the bee. Why do some birds drink from flowers? Some birds like to drink nectar too. The hummingbird sucks up nectar through its long straw-like beak. As it feeds, its head brushes against the flower's pollen grains. Which flowers do bats like? Some bats like to feed on the bird of paradise flower. The part of the plant that makes pollen is flat for the bat to perch on. How many seeds are in each fruit? Some fruits, such as peaches, mangoes, and avocados, contain just one large seed inside a hard stone. Other fruits, such as oranges, lemons, apples, and pears, contain several seeds called pits. Berries have lots of tiny pits around the outside of each fruit. How do plants look after their seeds? Many seeds have hard coats or cases to protect them as they grow. Some plants also have tasty, colorful fruits growing around their seeds. Animals eat the seeds along with the fruit. This helps to spread the seeds. Which seeds can fly? Some small, light seeds float in the air. Sycamore trees have wings. Dandelion seeds have tiny parachutes. Other seeds are round and heavy, so they drop to the ground and roll away from their parent to get enough space to grow. How do animals help to spread seeds? When animals eat fruit, they may spit out the seeds, or the seeds pass through the animal and fall to the ground as droppings. Sometimes seeds with tiny hooks or spines stick to an animal's fur, and they're carried a long way before they fall. What do seeds need? Like large plants, seeds need light, air, water, and space to grow. Seeds mostly grow in spring when the soil warms in the sun and there is plenty of rain. Some seeds are planted on purpose by people to grow flowers, fruit, and vegetables. How do seeds grow? The seed swells up in damp soil until its seed case bursts. A tiny root then pushes down into the soil and a thin shoot pushes up toward the light. When a seed starts to grow, we say it germinates. Which plants are fun to grow? Marigolds, I'm going to mess this up, sorry. Nasturtiums, peas, bean sprouts, and mustard, and cress are all easy and fun to grow from seeds. You can even grow a plant from a carrot top. Do all plants have seeds? Many flowering plants use their seeds to spread, but some also use their bulbs, roots, or stems. Daffodil and tulip bulbs make lots of tiny baby bulbs. Each bulb produces a new flower. Tubers and rhizomes are underground roots or stems swollen with food. We eat some tubers, such as potato and carrot tubers. Which plants have runners? Plants such as wild strawberries have long stems called runners that stretch down into the soil. New roots and shoots grow from each runner, then the runner rots away. What are spores? Spores are tiny, dust-like specks made by lichens, mosses, or ferns. These plants don't have flowers or seeds. Instead, the spores fly away to make new plants. Which plants live in fresh water? Freshwater plants grow in ponds, lakes, rivers, and streams. Most have roots which anchor them in mud at the bottom. Their stems grow through the water, and their leaves and flowers open above the water's surface. Which plants live in seawater? Seaweed is a kind of plant called alga that lives in salty water. Algae can be red, brown, green, or blue, but they still contain chlorophyll for making food from sunlight. Some seaweeds fasten themselves onto rocks. Others have bubbles of air in their leaves so they can float. Are some plants dangerous? Some plants are poisonous to stop animals from eating them. Poisonous plants include foxgloves, lupins, deadly nightshade, and belladonna. Poison ivy may leave blisters if it touches bare skin. Nettles have tiny hairs on their leaves that inject you with poison if you brush against them. Which plants have weapons? Brambles and roses have thorns. Cacti have sharp spines, and holly has spiky leaves to stop animals from eating them. Which plants eat meat? Some plants eat insects as well as making their own food. When an insect touches a delicate hair on the inside of the leaves of a Venus flytrap, the leaves snap shut, trapping the insect inside. Insects landing on the edge of the pitcher plant slip into a pool of liquid at the bottom and drown. Which plants can we eat? We can eat all sorts of plants. We eat the leaves, roots, and stalks of vegetable plants and all kinds of fruits and nuts. Sugar, spices, cereals, like wheat and barley, and even chocolate come from plants. How do plants help us? Plants give us lots of other things as well as food. Cotton cloth comes from the cotton plant, and linen comes from a plant called flax. Plants are also used to make oil, beauty products, and medicines. Are plants in danger? Plants are in danger from forest fires, pollution from car exhaust fumes, and smoking factory chimneys. Building new homes and roads is also dangerous for the places where many plants live and grow. Why are jungles in danger? Jungles are in danger of being destroyed forever because so many trees are being cut down for wood or to clear land for farming. When this happens, many kinds of plants and animals may die out. Can I help to protect plants? Yes. Don't pick wildflowers, especially in nature reserves. Try to grow a tree in your yard or in a park, or sow your own wild garden from seeds.